Hello everybody, this is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and today on the Raw Life Health Show I want to talk about my book, The Formula for Health. The Formula for Health started it was really called The Formula for Life, from a fellow named Arnold Ehret that wrote a book called The Mucocystis Diet Healing System. And his formula for life is basically power minus obstruction equals vitality. Power minus obstruction equals vitality. So to put it where we could see it is, we have all this power and very little obstruction, we're going to be in a state of health. But these things cannot move in the same direction. So as we start adding obstruction to our life, our power or our energy diminishes. But as long as we have more power than obstruction, we're going to be in a stage of health. Now some people might say is when people get sick, why do they all get sick at different stages in life? We don't all just get sick at 20 years old or 25 years old. It's different for everyone. Well, this is one of the reasons why. As our power is diminishing, our obstruction is rising. So depending how quickly our power diminishes and our obstruction rises is going to determine when somebody's going to get sick, whether it's a minor sickness or a major sickness. Now, as long as we have enough power to get rid of the obstruction, we're going to be in some stage of health. But when that obstruction starts getting more than that power, that's when we end up with the beginning signs of disease. Now, before I talk about the beginning signs of disease and what we often mistake with that, what is power and obstruction? Well, the power is that vitality, that good health that we're all born with. Even if we're born with a generic weakness or we're not starting out in the best place, we still have more power than obstruction. The body's designed, and maybe in some cases not, but for the most part that's the way it is. The body's designed to be a self-healing organism which is supposed to heal the things as long as we don't overwhelm it. Obstruction is the things in our life that just add, like the stresses, the bad food, the poor digestion, the things in our life that are going to create this obstruction to rise is going to help the body or make the body diminish the power. So we want to make sure we put things and live a lifestyle that's going to create a high energy life and not a low energy life. So as long as our power is higher than its obstruction, we're going to be okay. But once that obstruction becomes more than the power to get rid of it, that's when we reach the beginning signs of disease. Now, most people will take the average cold or the average flu as normal and we're supposed to have it, so they don't do anything about it. Well, when we don't do anything about our body's signals to do something or that we're doing something too much or too wrong, this keeps rising, the obstruction, and the power keeps diminishing. Until it gets to a point where at the latest stages of disease and then we can't help it anymore, we go to a doctor or something else because we're in pain or something, and now it's an obvious that we have something wrong, and the power doesn't have the energy to get rid of it because it's all the way down here. Well, just as these move opposite this way, they can move opposite this way. You see, the mistake, I believe, is many people will go at this point to the doctor, and the doctor will give them a drug or some negative information or something else, adding to the obstruction and lessening any power that's there to make it even farther apart. However, if we start this very important thing, eliminating what's causing the obstruction, these things can start to turn. Which health doesn't begin with what we add to our diet. It begins with what we eliminate. Eliminate what caused the problem, and the problem will begin to go away. So the first step is to identify what is creating the issue. And there are different ways we can do that. Two of the common things that add to our obstruction is overeating and undersleeping. And the more we eat, the more sleep we actually need, but people do it backwards. They eat more and they get less sleep. Again, creating a bigger divide between health and not health. So we want to make sure that our power is more than our obstruction. Now, there are many people out there that eat many different types of diets, and you can apply these principles for the formula of health to any of these different diets out there. The key is to make sure we have more power than we do obstruction to end up in the state of vitality. That's what we want to make sure we do, and that's what I talk about here in the book, The Raw Food Formula for Health. Now, I'm going to give you this example of a cell phone, which, yes, we shouldn't be using next to us, maybe the speaker phone if we need it at all. But look at a cell phone, and I want to talk a little about how important sleep is. The cell phone, with our power, how important sleep is. The cell phone, most of us at nighttime will plug it in so it can recharge its batteries. And if you leave it in the whole night, in the morning, the battery is fully charged. Well, our body works in a similar fashion. We need to get a certain amount of sleep every night so our body is fully charged, and that helps the power replenish back where it belongs, or at least more than the obstruction. And most people aren't doing that. So just if you plug your cell phone in before going to sleep and you wake up in the middle of the night and you pull it out before it's fully recharged, well, the next day it's not going to be as fully charged. Well, it works the same way with what we're doing here. And we want to make sure we have as much power as possible to deal with any obstructions, especially the ones we don't have control over. This is not a confusing thing. It's a very simple concept, again, that you can use to any diet. In no way am I saying or condoning moderation of bad things is okay. I don't believe in moderation of bad things because, poison in moderation is still poison. And, and moderation is just an excuse to keep doing the things we know we shouldn't. Nothing needs to be overdone. Nothing should be done in excess. We should be doing everything at the right place for where we are. Then we don't have to worry about moderation or overdoing things. No, we do the right things, the right amount, the right time. So a lot of people ask me for recipes. I have recipes in this book as well. The book's on my website on rawlife.com. It's called The Raw Food Formula for Health. And now you could, I have this DVD out now as well, which has recipes in it. It's the Raw Food Recipes. It's on my website. In this DVD, I make two of my favorite raw food dressings, a tahini dressing and also a cheddar cheese dressing. Both of those will make any salad amazing. And then I have a raw soup to give people ideas about soups. I have a red pepper soup. I made a vegetable nori rolls. I made a dessert, a carob pudding. Yes, not a chocolate pudding, but a carob pudding. And a banana tahini smoothie and some almond milk. So this is a great DVD with my favorite recipes, and they're simple and easy. So if you have any questions, comments, post them below the video. If you want to learn more about the Formula for Health, you can get Arnold Ehret's books, The Mucusless Diet Healing System and Rational Fasting. Two great books. And until then, everybody, have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.